welcome to the Bonnell Foundation's Night of Hope celebration. I'm Lisa Berry, local host of All Things Considered on 89.1 WEMU in the Ann Arbor area, also co-host of the podcast called Exploring Awareness. Thank you for joining us for the Bonnell Foundation's first virtual event. It's going to be a lot of fun with some special guest speakers and some great performances. And hopefully you're watching on your computer or your TV screen so you can do all your bidding on your cell phone. You'll be able to bid on the silent auction items until the live auction begins, and that's about 30 to 40 minutes from now. If this is your first time bidding by phone for the silent auction, you're going to get a ping on your phone each time you're outbid in case you want to up that bid. And for the live auction, you'll also bid by phone. Joe Bonnell will explain that more before he starts the live auction. And only people who purchase tickets can bid. So if you're at a bubble party watching this event and you didn't purchase a ticket and you want to bid on live auction items, you can still purchase a ticket now to do so. And if you have any questions, you can send us a chat message. We want to begin the evening by thanking our sponsors. Thanks to Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Foundation Care, AbbVie, Translate Bio, Corbus, the Children's Foundation, Chiatzy, Pari, State Farm Insurance with Agent David Arce, Aflovest made by Biophysics, Hillrom, MVW Nutritionals, Walgreens Pharmacy, Gilead Science, Maxor, and we want to thank 2 anonymous donors. So please watch these sponsorship commercials throughout our program. We appreciate their donation, especially during this pandemic. All of them had to improvise, mostly from home, which you may have noticed I'm doing so myself tonight. So thanks again to all of our generous donors for the silent and live auction items. And you can see their names on the program, and you should have received via email. It's also on our website. And thanks to all of you for purchasing a ticket and for all the money you're about to spend. So let's get this party started. It's my pleasure to introduce Jay Towers. You hear him on 100.3 WNIC, and you see him on TV. He's an anchor on Fox 2 News Detroit. So take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Lisa. It is great to see you virtually. I have said this so many times, but I am such a big fan of Laura Bonnell and her hard work with the Bonnell Foundation and what it means to her girls and family. Over the years with my Jay's Juniors program, where I take kids to Disney World at Christmas time, I have met so many kids and adults living with cystic fibrosis. So it's really wonderful that you are taking part in this event tonight. I know all these events are a little different. I miss being around people and miss going to events like this, but it is nice to still get together in some way and try to do some good. So I will be watching carefully as the Bonnell girls mix up tonight's CF Tribe signature drink, which I've heard so much about. You'll want to have those ingredients ready to go. I know Molly and Emily will be there and walk us through how to do that. So looking forward to that as well. But enjoy some great speakers tonight and some great music. And I hope you all enjoy the night very much and have a successful night. And it is, again, such a wonderful and inspiring foundation. And that is all for me. But I am going to send things now back to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Maddie Vanstone. I'm a healthcare advocate, a social media influencer, as well as a cystic fibrosis patient. And I'm so excited to be introducing our next guest. Molly Bonnell is coming to us from her flat in London, England. And Emily is coming to us from her apartment in Detroit, Michigan. I'm super excited to be introducing these two. They are 2 incredible women, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Hi, I'm Maria.
Sean.
Anisha.
And we're coming to you live from London in the UK.
Introducing Emily and Molly.
Okay, here we are. Let's go. Let's get it done. You don't need lemon.
We do need lemon.
We do? Quiet on set. I have no lemon.
Put something in that looks like it. Don't f it up.
Yep, just fix my bra strap. Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Molly.
And we are daughters of Laura Bonnell, the founder of the Bonnell Foundation. We both have cystic fibrosis. I live in Michigan, and Molly lives in London. And we are here to make a lovely drink for you, and we hope you have your ingredients in front of you. But if you don't, we'll let you know what you'll need.
Yeah. Let's get started. First off, you will need some champagne to top it off.
Okay, hold on, wait, okay. do it, but
And cut. There you go, Em.
thank you. All the way to London, here it goes.
You're also gonna need some gin, a London classic. Coming to you.
Thank you. Well, actually, oh my gosh, it got changed in transit.
You're going to need lemon juice. Just gonna throw you a lemon. You can figure out what to do with it.
I actually already squeezed it and put it in a shot glass.
And you're also going to need creme de violet, which can be a little bit hard to find. So just oh, she's got the whole bottle. Finally, you're just gonna need a little bit of simple syrup. So here's a teeny tiny shot glass.
Thank you.
Oh, we got bigger.
Now,
Right. So now we're gonna get the party started. We need to do that again. So, what you're gonna do, take your shaker, and then you measure out 1.5 ounces of gin.
okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then you're gonna put in your 1/2 ounce of creme de violet.
Okay.
And then you're going to put in 1/2 ounce of lemon juice.
Okay, I already have that pretty squeezed.
And then your 1/4 ounce of simple syrup.
So. Lovely.
All right, so now that that's all in your shaker, you're gonna want to fill your shaker up with some ice.
Already did that.
Perfect. Put the lid on.
Just thinking ahead. Lid is on.
Cap. And then you want to shake away for about 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure that's nice and mixed. Fantastic. And then you just want to get rid of the ice in that glass.
You can't get it all.
Now that's all shaken up, strain that into your glass.
All right. Wow.
You're gonna want to open your bottle of champagne. Woo! Cheers. And then you're just gonna top off your glass with the champagne. I've massively overdid it with the creme de violet, not gonna lie. There you have it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for stopping by the International Bar. Hope you're enjoying your evening.
Okay, we can't give Mom the unedited version.
Thanks for the drink, girls, and soon we will all have one in our hands. Now, you just met my girls, and they are the reason that I started the Bonnell Foundation in 2010. I knew the importance of connecting families and getting financial assistance to CF families in need. Molly and Emily have had so many medical challenges and wonderful victories along the way, like a day that a life-changing drug, Trikafta, arrived at our home. Emily always said that she wouldn't believe it until she had it in her hand. So we waited an entire lifetime for this drug to come. And then we were having a tailgate party at Michigan State University. She went ahead and I waited for the UPS man to bring that package and put it in my hands. I just couldn't leave the house until the package arrived. As soon as it arrived, I got in my car and I drove to MSU, and it seemed like it took forever to get there. But finally, I was able to take that package and put it into her hands. I've got something for you. What? It came! It came!
With this uplifting day, there was sadness when a severe reaction forced Emily to stop the drug. Emily says she will try Trikafta again, and it was recently approved in London, so fingers crossed that it works for Molly. But both girls are hopeful for the future, even in the midst of this pandemic.
Deep breath.
Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that causes chronic and fatal lung infections and interferes with digestion in every organ. The average life expectancy was in the teens when my girls were born, and today the life expectancy is 47 years old. Still not long enough. There are 30,000 people in the United States with cystic fibrosis and 1,100 in Michigan. The Bonnell Foundation hopes to connect and help as many people with financial assistance and mentoring as possible. Your generous donations are helping people.
Hi, my name is Eddie. I'm from East Tennessee, and I'm thankful to the Bonnell Foundation for their financial assistance they have provided to help my daughter Anna. Any donations that you can give the Bonnell Foundation during this virtual event will go to help families such as mine.
Hi, I'm Kenny from New Mexico. I just wanted to say thank you to the Bonnell Foundation for the financial assistance in helping pay my medical bills. It's been an incredibly helpful resource to me. Any donation you can make will also go towards helping people like me. It will be much appreciated.
I'm Chris from Colorado, and when I was struggling to make ends meet, the Bonnell Foundation was there for me. So not only do I want to say thank you, but these guys do too.
Hi guys, thank you so much for helping me pay my medical bills, especially so quickly. I had kind of lost hope that they were going to get paid anytime soon unless I saved for a while, and it's just really encouraging to see that organizations like the Bonnell Foundation are helping people in this way. I know that just a few words can't really express my gratitude, but again, thank you.
My name is Timothy Taylor from Clarksville, Tennessee, and I have CF. The financial assistance that I've received from the Bonnell Foundation has really helped me in my time of need. Please note that donating during this virtual event will help others like myself with financial assistance.
Hi, I'm Megan from Texas, and I'd like to thank the Bonnell Foundation for their financial assistance. Please consider donating so they can help others too.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Lance. I'd like to thank the Bonnell Foundation for the financial assistance that they gave to our little boy. We really appreciate all you do. Thank you.
When the Bonnell Foundation asked for and received PPE from Oakland County, we were able to help desperate CF families near and far. Thanks to Oakland County Commissioner Dave Woodward for getting us that PPE, and Michael Abdullah. Our lung transplant grants help people too.
I just think that it's so important that people understand that when they support organizations like the Bonnell Foundation, those funds are going directly to patients to help them, with medical bills that would be astronomical and could cripple a family.
We want to thank you and say just how grateful we are for surviving 2 double lung transplants for me and my family, right alongside with us. Extremely grateful, can never put into words how glad we are and appreciative of all the support you've given us over the years. Helped keep me alive and help us not just survive but thrive. Thank you so much for all you've done. We are so grateful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And our college scholarships help students and parents.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, and I wanted to thank the Bonnell Foundation and its generous donors for awarding me the Living with CF scholarship. Thanks to this scholarship, I will be able to pursue my college career back home in California.
Hi, my name is Jersan. I'd like to thank the Bonnell Foundation for granting me a scholarship recipient for 2020. These funds will be really helpful throughout this pandemic. I can really focus on my last year of college. Thank you so much.
I would like to say thank you to the Bonnell Foundation for the gift of a scholarship that will help me continue my college education. Thank you so much.
I would like to give a huge thank you to the Bonnell Foundation for awarding me this scholarship. It will help me in my future endeavors at Mizzou. I'm super happy that you guys decided to name me the recipient, and thank you so much for everything you do for the CF community and people like me. Love you guys.
Hi, my name is Annika, and I'm one of the 2020 recipients this year, and I'm just so grateful to have been able to have this opportunity and been rewarded this scholarship. I think what this foundation is doing is amazing. It's helping students live out their dreams, so that's awesome, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and I wanted to personally thank you for this generous scholarship that will allow me to pursue astronautical engineering at the University of Southern California.
Hi, my name is April Zappa, and I would like to thank the Bonnell Foundation for the scholarship I received and for the scholarships they continue to give to people with CF. It will greatly help me achieve my vocal and piano jazz major. I am forever appreciative for scholarships like these. Thank you.
We couldn't do it without you. We thrive thanks to our volunteers, and we carry on and help CF families financially because of your donations. It is a challenging time, but we are coming through the pandemic stronger together.
Please donate now to support the Bonnell Foundation lung transplant grants and financial assistance programs. Hi, I'm Dana Clark, traffic reporter for WJR News and longtime friend of Laura Bonnell's. The Bonnell Foundation needs your financial support now more than ever. Please text CF Tribe to make a donation. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi everyone, I'm Edmee Davis.
And I'm Maya Bentley.
On behalf of AbbVie, we're thrilled to be with you virtually today as you engage and connect in support of the cystic fibrosis community.
AbbVie has a 30-year legacy of commitment to CF, and while the current environment and our everyday lives look a little different these days, nothing has changed regarding our commitment to you and your families.
Absolutely agree. AbbVie offers a variety of resources and services to help support CF patients and their families, all of which can be accessed online. We offer CF Care Forward for nutritional, financial, and educational resources, and our AbbVie CF Scholarship Program for aspiring young minds. We are dedicated to working together to make a positive impact and finding new ways to help the cystic fibrosis community.
These resources were developed hand in hand with providers, patients, and caregivers to create innovative solutions for challenges experienced by those touched by CF. And many of these resources are available whether on an AbbVie medication or not, because when it comes to CF, we're committed to more than just the medicine.
We hope you enjoy this event, and we are here by your side, supporting this cause until CF stands for Cure Found. Have a great event!
Bye, everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Suzanne Tandon from Vertex's Patient Advocacy Team. Vertex is a proud sponsor of the second annual Night of Hope celebration, and Vertex is a proud supporter of the Bonnell Foundation. I hope you enjoy your evening.
Hello, I'm Amy Lang. I'm a reporter and anchor with Fox 2 News Detroit. I'm also a friend of Laura Bonnell's, and I hope you are enjoying this Night of Hope celebration. Remember that in addition to bidding on all those awesome auction items, you can always go to the event link in your phone to donate. And if there are people who are in your network who didn't buy a ticket but still would like to donate, they can simply text 243-725 and type in CF Tribe. Now, if we were all doing this together in person, you would have already met Elena Muckle and her dad, Lou Coglietto. They would have flown in from New York and toured Detroit for the very first time. But because of the pandemic, we're doing it this way instead.
Hi, I'm Elena Muckle.
And I'm Elena's dad.
And we are tuning in live from New York. We're trying to get everybody we know to donate and to join into the virtual Night of Hope. And we're drinking our CF signature drink. Cheers.
Cheers, Mother.
Today, Elena Muckle is celebrating her 2-year lung transplant anniversary. Healthy until about 21 years old, her health started to decline. Married and wanting children at 27 years old, Elena retired from her teaching job.
I gave it everything that I possibly could have on a daily basis from the morning until the nighttime. I did everything that I had to do. And at a certain point, probably when I was in my early 30s, it was after 2 pregnancies, we realized that my body was just not bouncing back the way that it had in the past.
You know, Elena was really our gift. She kept us together. We kept our priorities straight. We understood what our priorities were. She was never the victim. Just a very brave kid, kept a lot of it bottled up inside, but you know, just highly intelligent, so she had ways of dealing with it.
When she realized she needed a transplant, her boys were 3 years old and younger.
I think just the thought of them kept me going. It never even crossed my mind to quit. I needed to do everything I could to just be their mom for however much longer, and I stuck to that.
Living in New York City, Elena made the decision to go to Duke Medical Center in North Carolina, leaving her husband Tim and kids behind. Elena wasn't confident with the transplant plan in the New York hospitals. She says living with the oxygen level of a half lung, she didn't feel that she could wait the 2 years. That's the time doctors thought she might have to wait until she got her new lungs.
Recently, there was a docuseries on one of the New York news stations where they were talking about people who are just leaving the tri-state area in droves because the wait lists are so long, and how it does become a matter of privilege whether you can go or whether you have to stay and wait it out, which is really where Bonnell Foundation comes in, because we never would have been able to relocate across the country with kids at home in one house and us down here paying 2 rents and all the bills and everything. There just wouldn't have been a way to do it where we wouldn't have gone so deeply in debt.
Her dad, Lou, who was retired, packed up the Jeep and Elena and moved to North Carolina, and that's where she started her pulmonary rehab. Then her doctors asked her if she wanted to be listed.
I came to North Carolina to do a job and to get it done, and to do it well, and to go home and to pick up my life and live it. And so I said, you know what? All right, let's do it. That's what I came here for.
5 days later, she got the call.
I was in Panera and I was making a baby book for my second son. And I got the call and I was like, wow, I mean, that was really fast. I was sort of like, my heart was racing and I was a little scared, but also they were so positive on the phone that it never really enters your mind if you're in that right mindset. It never enters your mind like you're about to do one of the scariest things of your life. It was more positive than anything. Right before I went in, I just started coughing and coughing and coughing. I'm like, oh, this I will not miss. And it was just confirmation that like I was in the right place.
Her family flew in from New York and they waited hours to hear how the surgery was going. Elena says there was a tipping point after transplant.
I remember I was in a store and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm living a normal life. This energy that you get after having like, you know, oxygen. That was incredible. Being able to run around with your kids at the park and like go on the zip line and run up the slide. I mean, that can't be quantified. That is priceless.
She never complained, ever. There's the bravery. And listen, knowing that your days could be numbered and never having children, understanding she may never see them grow up. How's that for bravery?
CF life in a pandemic.
People with CF are sort of one community of originals that have had to socially distance. Wearing masks, not new to me. Cleaning doorknobs, not new to me. Everybody makes fun of me for cleaning the doorknobs and the refrigerator handle, but it's that same type of balance though. You can either live in terrifying fear or you can figure out where you can live your life and still be safe and comfortable.
Today, Elena continues work as a photographer and spends lots of time with her family.
We're Chiesi. investing in innovative therapies for rare diseases and the most vulnerable of patients in your community and across the globe. Your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones. Chiesi, for more than 80 years, people and ideas for innovation in healthcare.
Hi everybody, my name is Emily Schaller and I'm the founder of the Rock CF Foundation. This is Thunder. I also have cystic fibrosis and I'm 38 years old and rocking and rolling and going strong. I'm happy to be here with you guys tonight in celebration, the Night of Hope here. I've known Laura for a very long time. Both of our nonprofits help each other out, support each other's events, fundraising campaigns, awareness campaigns, and advocacy work, and it's really awesome to be able to help each other out like we do. We're also part of the Cystic Fibrosis Engagement Network, which is made up of several nonprofit organizations across the country, and we work on policy and change to make the lives of those living with CF easier and better all across the U.S., so it's super awesome too. I just want to pop in and say thank you for supporting this awesome night and an even better cause. Have fun and don't spend too much money.
Creative, curious, adventurous, heroic. We see patients with cystic fibrosis beyond their diagnosis. We see them for everything they are and everything they will become. We are Foundation Care, and we are proud to be a crucial part of your CF care team. Since our founding, we have focused on the unique and individualized needs of CF patients, committed to raising the standard of care through innovative programs designed to put patients first. Filling prescriptions is just a part of what we do. We also provide essential support to patients, families, and caregivers, including 24/7 pharmacist access, as well as educational services and resources to help manage daily life with CF.
My name is Kuray Calloway, and I am the singer and musician behind the band Queen Kwong. I have cystic fibrosis. I was diagnosed only 2.5 years ago in 2018 after I was hospitalized with a severe lung infection. As a singer and touring musician known for very energetic, physically demanding, wild live shows, the diagnosis was quite a shock. I had to postpone the release of my second record and a lot of the touring I had planned. And within 2 months of my diagnosis, my life was completely turned upside down. I lost my marriage and my home and my record label, all the comfort and security I'd ever known. In the midst of all of that chaos, I met Laura Bonnell, and she became not only a great friend and supporter, but she provided me a wealth of information on CF that really helped me understand what I was going through. Though the last couple years of my life have been very difficult, I have seen the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm healthier and happier than I've ever been, and really love the new life I have built for myself. I released more music and played some of the most successful shows and tours of my career. I recently started a podcast called Never Meet Your Idols, and I'm about to launch a bath and skincare line with my best friend called Bath Cult, which really prioritizes natural self-care. I'm going to play a song called Signs, which was on my last EP that I released last year. And thank you for listening, and thanks to Laura for asking me to be part of this event and for her continued support.
for signs of me, my dress tangled in clothes on your floor. Look for signs of me, this mess I made. I sent a secret poll shout on the backs of paper cranes. But how much space can a pulse sustain? What good is forever if forever is no more? I'd beg for forever if forever was worth begging for. Raise me like Lazarus, I'll be miraculous and new. My bones will glow for you, my hair will grow to warm your neck. Look for signs of me, I roam this house as quiet as a mouse. Leaving signs of me for you to find. Now he's just a body I once knew by heart. A face my fingers once memorized in the dark. Raise me like Lazarus, I'll be miraculous and new. My bones will glow for you, my hair will grow to warm your neck. Thank you.
Afflovest absolutely represents the best of international biophysics, and we developed it, ran it through FDA and all the multitude of international approvals, and brought to market a product that directly impacts the quality of life of children born with cystic fibrosis.
Thanks for watching. We hope you're enjoying the show. Now, we have talked about the wonderful drug Trikafta that is helping about 90% of the cystic fibrosis population, but there is still 10% of the population that is still in need of their own specialty drug to fix the underlying condition of cystic fibrosis. Our friend Emily Kramer-Golenkoff is the face behind Emily's Entourage.
Hi, my name is Emily Kramer-Golenkoff. I'm a co-founder of Emily's Entourage and a person with advanced stage cystic fibrosis. Emily's Entourage is a 501c3 that speeds research and drug development for nonsense mutations of CF. Our work is particularly critical now as there are game-changing breakthroughs for roughly 90% of the CF population. But those of us with nonsense mutations, we fall in the final 10%. For us, there's still nothing. Emily's Entourage believes that everyone with CF deserves a long and healthy future, and we are singularly focused on achieving that future in record speed. I'm honored to participate in this Night of Hope virtual celebration, and I want to encourage you to support the Bonnell Foundation in their incredibly important work. On behalf of the whole CF community, thank you for your belief and your support. We are all in this together.
Cystic fibrosis impacts every race, including the African American population. That's about 5% of the CF population. And while it is a small percentage, it is important to know when you're looking for a diagnosis.
Of the 30,000 people diagnosed with cystic fibrosis in the U.S., it's estimated that about 5% of those are African American. Unfortunately, many are misdiagnosed, such as 57-year-old Terry Wright, who officially was diagnosed when he was 55 years old. This meant Terry spent decades undergoing multiple surgeries and repeated bouts of both pneumonia and sinusitis, with no true answer as to why. After being diagnosed, Terry and his wife Michelle made it their mission and started the National Organization of African Americans with Cystic Fibrosis to help raise awareness and knowledge among the Black community.
I just started having a whole lot of chronic pneumonia, chronic sinusitis. It would just wreak havoc on me. And I was just wondering what's really going on with me. I knew I was not normal. I had breathing issues. Even as a child, I had breathing issues. I thought it was like a seasonal asthma, but come to find out, it all relates back to the cystic fibrosis.
After his diagnosis, Terry learned what he needed to do to stay healthy.
And living with the cystic fibrosis, it gets tough sometimes because I have to take these treatments and the nebulizer, and I wear this vest that I have to put on twice a day.
After Terry was misdiagnosed for 55 years, Michelle wanted to know why.
My first question was obvious. Why in the world did it take literally 5.5 decades to diagnose what were the so very obvious classic signs of cystic fibrosis? He is African American, and unfortunately, assumptions due to his race and ethnicity were made, resulting in 55 years of an underlying unmet medical condition and diagnosis. Terry has now made it his mission and passion through the founding of the National Organization of African Americans with Cystic Fibrosis to help raise cystic fibrosis awareness in the African American community. This is our mission, this is our purpose, this is our duty, this is our responsibility. So please join us and let's make a change for the better in the diverse spectrum of cystic fibrosis for not only today, but for generations to come.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay, Director of Patient Advocacy and Engagement at Corbus Pharmaceuticals.
And I'm John. I work within patient engagement, and I'm excited to be here tonight to support the first virtual Night of Hope celebration, and celebrate we will.
Corbus is a Boston-based company pioneering potentially transformative medicines that target the endocannabinoid system to treat inflammatory and fibrotic diseases, including CF.
We are committed to partnering with the Bonnell Foundation to support parents who have a loved one with cystic fibrosis.
Here's to a night of living, breathing, and inspiring.
We are thrilled to support the Bonnell Foundation Night of Hope. For those of you who are not familiar with Translate Bio, what we do is we develop messenger RNA replacement therapies for rare genetic diseases, including cystic fibrosis. And as these messenger RNA replacement therapies are mutation agnostic or not specific for any one genotype, our hope is that they will provide a treatment option for 100% of people living with cystic fibrosis. We are grateful to the Bonnell Foundation for everything that they do for the cystic fibrosis community, including this very special virtual event.
CF community is one big family, and thank you for supporting the Bonnell Foundation. There are so many issues that our patients and families have to face every single day. And in the midst of a pandemic, it's even that much more difficult. That's why whether you live in Detroit, New York, California, Texas, Florida, it doesn't matter. We're all connected fighting this disease and trying to make a difference. The Bonnell Foundation certainly does that. And your support of the Bonnell Foundation means a lot to all of us. So thank you very much.
The silent auction will be closing after Ashley sings, so get those last bids in now. And if you're not bidding, be sure and donate to the Bonnell Foundation to help with their financial assistance programs, their lung transplant program. You know, Ashley Ballou-Bonema was recently featured on CBS Sunday Morning as part of a 17,000-person choir. She has her own nonprofit, Breathe Bravely, and she teaches people with cystic fibrosis to sing.
Watching the world locked away within these walls, echoes of time sing within these lonely halls, suspended in a hope for which the world might see, a faithful life in which you each hold the key. Take heed to the changing time. I grieve for the life I thought was mine. Some days I feel faithless, like I'm falling, living in a world whose silence says I don't belong. I've done my best to faithfully sing everyone's song, playing your part to prove I have some worth. Vulnerable does not define my role on this earth. Heartbreak free from these chains of time. I breathe for the life I dream is mine. I am never braveless, only breathless, waiting for the world to simply choose to understand. The strength within our lives is forged from these shifting sands, a fortress of forgiveness set within the unknown, a resiliency reminder to each you're never alone. Heart, be brave, let every breath remind. I believe in a life where no one's left behind. We are too strongly pushed aside. Your silence only better amplifies the true meaning that fills our lives. Heart, be brave, let every breath remind. I believe in a life where no one's left behind. I have faith amid strife that our hearts will unite. I remain hopeful, unyielding.
Hi, I'm Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News and WWJ News Radio 950. Listen, I hope everybody's having a good time. And you know what time it is right now? It's time for the auction. This is really where you can make a major help to the Bonnell Foundation, a major contribution, because there's so many good items. Look at them all. You guys know they're right there. So, everybody ready? And listen, by the way, if you don't get one of these good items, make a donation. They do a lot of good work. You guys know what they do. Anyway, all right, time for the auction. You guys ready? Hey, where's Joe Bonnell? Is Joe over there? Joe, he's the auctioneer. Joe, everyone, Joe, take it away.
All right, and thank you, Charlie Langton, my good buddy, who a year ago was kind enough to allow me to take over this role, and thank you. You still owe me some money for this, but as you will know, and did you see, Amy Lang said the silent auction will be closing now. Get your last bids in, and it looks like that won't matter. Because this will shut down in just about 30 seconds, correct? And let me look off to the studio, my assistants. Correct. 30 seconds, my assistants tell me. So moving on, we'll be shortly going to the live auction, which I am happy to be here hosting once again, second year in a row. Thank you, thank you. There's a lot of applause. You guys can't hear it. There's over 2,000 people in the studio here, but you really can't see it here because we're shower. But yeah, social distancing, by the way, too. So here is the live auction. How to bid is... McNortons are clapping from less than 100 yards away. Thank you, thank you. The live auction, how to bid. So if you look on, go to bidpal.net/CFTribe. If you've been looking on the website, there's more wooing coming from here far and wide. No surprise. But the bid will go directly to, again, bidpal.net/CFTribe. The silent auction is indeed closed. So, if indeed I was outbid, which I was, there's somebody out there who's just texted they would like the canoe trip. Shout out to the Dalapa bubble party. There's some swear words in there apparently on that text of mine. So if you go back in, last thing, how to bid, bidpal.net, you click on the donate now button, choose your amount, choose a big amount, and then you will ask you to confirm your donation. You confirm your donation and you will move on. So that is, in a nutshell, how to bid in this live auction. It's not the Kite Sam, I'm not going to be going ba-ba-da-ba-da, but there's a good chance I will tell you from my friends over here in the studio who are going to assist me here. So, moving on. First item, most exciting times here. Moving on is the first item, number 118. You are bidding on a Thai dinner extravaganza, a one-on-one class with Gope, my sister-in-law, my brother John's beautiful wife, who is the owner and manager of Bangkok Cuisine here in Royal Oak. And you will be bidding on this. Learn how to cook 3 Thai meals and a Zoom or FaceTime to be worked out in this socially distant world. This will take place on a mutually agreed upon time. It's worth probably $5,000, but bid what you think. Opening to the bids, item 119. Item 119, I'm gonna see how we're doing out there. Right up on the, right above me, says the bid number 1 coming in at, you know, if you don't bid, you're gonna have to hear the story of my hole-in-one from 1 year ago. Current bid is 200. Do I hear 300 out there? 300 out there. I'm gonna have to start childhood stories of mine next. I don't know if you guys have tried the signature drink. If you had the ingredients, I'm about to. Tremendous. Linda Kapala, shout out to Linda Kapala, who said, yeah, Joe. Bid number 2. Waiting on bid. You know, I've only got 15 and they're gonna shepherd's crook me off of this. Calling me in. 2 bids. 30 seconds. 40 seconds. 50 seconds. 60 seconds. Shout out to the Oakland Men's Conference. Shout out to Thai Food. And I will ask the staff. And the staff says, moving once, going twice. Who is our bidder?
It was Cindy Eisenberg.
Cindy Eisenberg is current bidder at 200, going twice, going thrice. Congratulations. Cindy Eisenberg? Yep. Cindy Eisenberg. Congratulations. Moving on. This is where the band would normally play, or Ed McMahon would usually laugh at my jokes. It's not quite the same. But moving on to item number 117, second item. Last year, my friend Charlie Langton bought the second item at the auction, which was another piece of art from famed artist, nationally acclaimed and known artist Lois Teicher, also mother of Laura Bonnell, my mother-in-law, known far and wide and nationally, and a very renowned with a piece of art that, as you can see on the monitor, looks like. Lois's work can be found all over the country and is very acclaimed. Moving on, item number 1, opening bid. Can I find 300 on an opening bid? There's a current bid 400 on the, I got a phone bid from Japan or somewhere like they do in the videos. A $400 bid. $400 bid coming from, shout out to the Morrison party in Traverse City, Michigan. Linda Capalla wants to hear the hole-in-one story, that one? I'll get to that one. Bid 400, bid 400, going once. I know, I'm getting yelled at across this from the studio. Studio says, so it was back in September of last year, Wingate Country Club, hole number 8, about 165 yards. Those of you who were here last year may have heard this story. All right.
So bid on their links on their phone to
All right.
the live auction item.
So in the confusion, if you look on the back, if you look on the link, so if you are on your computer, on your phone, on your iPad or whatever, take a look back to the link and look on the live auction button, and we'll have the links to link. So there's some confusion out there in the world. Is that corrected, Laura?
Sorry, what?
Is that correct?
We're still working on it. If you click on the live auction item.
So if you click on the live auction items, you should be able to bid on the live auction items.
And now when you look on the screen, it says 300.
The screen says 248-860-0681 if you want to text me. I've got about 13% on my phone, which is probably a lot for me, normally, quite honestly. So we have a bid of 400. It's worth considerably more than that, this piece of art from Lois Teicher. You would find her if you happen to be down at the DAC and you happen to be back on the John R. side, and if you looked in front of the Scarab Club, you would see about a 20-foot sculpture, which is by Lois Teicher. She's not above me on the package, but
There was some issues with the live auctions. Just tell people they can go back and look now.
okay.
And we're going to start over on the sculpture right now.
We're starting back to the sculpture now at 400.
At 100, we're starting over at 100.
We have a bid at 400, so we're going to continue at 400. Starting the auction, the technical difficulty should be cleared, and I haven't finished my story, Linda Capalla, so I know that, but I think you may have heard it before. So technical difficulty aside, oh, I see a text coming to me.
You're doing great, Joe. Thanks for getting us through this. We're trying to figure this out.
The tie, there's a, I can't answer that one.
580 on the sculpture, Joe.
The sculpture has moved to 580. And there's a bid for $300 on the Thai food, but only if I tell an embarrassing story of my youth. How could I tell that? About hitting a ball washer 7 yards off the tee box. But,
580 on the sculpture.
okay, 580. Sculpture's up to 580 at the moment. Moving on. David Morrison, the answer is that yes, with a 400 bid on a back bid for a second Thai cooking lesson for David Morrison. The answer is yes on the second back bid on the Thai cooking lesson at 400. Sculpture. Continuing on the sculpture, 580 is the current bid. Current bid at 580. In my youth, I wore Husky jeans. I used to have to shop in the Husky department at JCPenney's, if anybody wants to know that. I'll keep going. Going once on the sculpture, 580, Lois Teicher, nationally acclaimed artist. Going twice, Charlie Langton should be calling in. 580 is the number, going twice. I've only got 15 minutes. I've agreed to keep my shirt on. I've agreed to not swear. I've agreed to do most things that, well, I haven't basically worn a shirt since March. I got a shirt, I got a dress shirt and a tie on today. So, 580 is the number. Going once, Laura. Going twice. Back to the studio staff. Going twice. 580 is the number. There's another name that just came over on my. Catherine Francic at $580. Sculpture is yours. Thank you, thank you. Moving back to the Thai. So with the technical difficulty, we move back to the Thai restaurant. The Morrisons have taken a back bid for 400 and have won the back bid for a second lesson. Shout out to the Morrisons in Traverse City. Morrisons. The first was a 200. We'll open up for one more lesson. Hugh, who requested the story of my hitting a golf ball into a box 3 to 7 yards off the tee box. A couple bids on the Thai coming.
Betsy says that she's cracking up.
Coming.
Mrs. Lott says that she loves your story.
There's feedback coming that, of course, I'm wonderful, which is not really that surprising. Here we go. 300. That bid on the 300. Thank you, Michael. Morrison has already taken the second one on the back bid on the second on 300. One more minute on the Thai. One more minute on the Thai.
All right, wrap it up when you're ready, Jose.
See the like any normal day, I was given the directive to wrap it up when ready, but that really wasn't when ready. So my crack staff in the studio here. 350 was the next bid. What was that? Who was that bid, Michael? 350? Shout out to the Waterford bubble party, Jim and Lisa Bonnell. What was the last one, Michael? 350? 350 bid, Laura. Roberta will answer bids. I'll go back to this because I love Roberta. Roberta, you can go back into the web and the link, and if you click on the live auction, you should be able to see the live auction bids, and it should let you go into the it should let you go into the link and go into that. I was distracted by a text that just came to me out of Lexington, Kentucky. Shout out to Lexington, Kentucky. We're all over the world here, folks. Mike D and Michael D. Shout out to Lexington. Last moment. Thai cooking class. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Quite honestly, I'm not sure who won it, and I'm not quite sure what the number was. We'll figure it out and we'll text you. Yes.
It was
Jane Ellis.
and Dave Morrison.
And the David Morrison. So shout out to the Dalapa Bubble Party and the Morrison Party. I've shouted out a lot there. There's an environmental company that makes golf balls. You should look it up. Tommy the Darticus. Okay, moving on. We're moving on to. See, this is, hold on for Johnny Carson's sake. Moving on to number 3, if you were at last year's and or saw online, third piece of art out of Dylan Mortimer, artist known nationally, who's a CF from the CF community. A 16 by 13 framed cut paper, paint, and glitter on paper piece of art. Last year was beautiful. We have one on our wall here. So I was just interrupted so rudely with a bid of $350 on Dylan Mortimer's opening bid for $350. Jane Mitchell and Michelle Wright. Bid number 1 at $350. I don't know what story I can say. Where's Mary Davidson when she's gonna shout me up to give me a some more props? $350 is the bid, number 1. Dylan Mortimer, if you can see it, it's on the screen above to my left. Bid number 1, $350 out of Dylan. If you remember, Dylan last year was played. He spoke last year's event.
It's his birthday today.
And of course, it's his birthday today, which we all knew. Happy birthday, Dylan. And we wish you a happy birthday. Hope you are enjoying today. Moving on, Sammy Lynch is sending strange pictures of squirrels to my phone. Sammy, you're a disturbed man, but I appreciate the message. Moving on to $350. Is there a bid? 30 seconds, going once. Going twice. Holding strong. Jane Mitchell holding strong at $350. Going once, going twice, $350 it is. By the way, this is a picture of my own one from last year. David Morrison in Traverse City is my witness. If you guys need any clarification, I can get you that. Moving on to our 4th and last item. Most exciting item. Not most exciting. It's most exciting to have this item. All these items have been exciting. The first is a live auction item, number 120. Here's kind of exciting. It is your social distancing pandemic camping set. You want a staycation, go out behind your garage, put up a tent. You got everything, all the makings here. Kids, or in fact, you want to lock your kids out, put them behind the garage, let them stay there the weekend, all is fine. But you're going to have in this, if you haven't seen this, it's not quite up yet, but it is donated by Lee Davidson. Thank you. That was the train that goes by in the middle of most of my interactions here at the Glenview Studios. We've just had a bid out of the Stratosphere from Sue Tresnick for one additional back bid for a lesson on the Thai cooking. What was the number? $350. At $350. You know, if we can make these, call me, we can work something out. Moving on to number 120. That item's closed. Item number 2 is closed. Item number 3 is closed. I only got 15 minutes, folks, and I haven't gotten to myself, all my stories yet. So, moving on to here. Again, donated by Lee, 4-person tent. It's all up on the thing here. A little campfire, all kinds of accoutrements, walkie-talkies. This is great. Everyone's classing. Listen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our neighbor's lights just went on, which I'm pretty sure they're not home. There's somebody probably ransacking their house. But the first bid coming in for the camping pack. I'm tingly all over to hear the number. It's got to be $150. Bid number 1. A weekend without your kids, leaving them behind the garage? That's got to be worth a lot more than 150 bucks. Seriously. Honestly. I bid 300. Can I bid? Or I'm precluded? I'm sorry, I'm precluded, but I still bid 300. I'll get a straw bidder to bid 300. Let me look to the phone. I got 200 on the. I got 200 on the video. I've got a question out of the. I've got a question out of bid 300 on the phone, on my phone, out of Waterford, Michigan. Jim really wants to put his kids out in the yard for a weekend. Jim and Lisa Bonnell. Margie Patchett was just outbid by 50 on the video, on the telephone. 300 was bid on the phone. Hugh was outbid 200. Hugh, bring it up to 300 on the last one and tack another hundy on it. Waiting on 300 is holding. Waiting on 300. Okay, so there's a question that came to me out of Macomb County, Michigan. Did I ever defend the honor of a Miami Vice buddy? Asking for somebody whose friend was 14 years old at the time. The answer to that one is yes. Yes, somebody can't call somebody Mr. Miami Vice without repercussions.
What's the top bid right now?
Top bid is $300 on the camping.
From who?
That is the Waterford James and Lisa Bonnell.
Did they bid online?
They bid online.
Oh, they have to bid online so we can bid online.
Okay, go in. Okay, so coming from your, it's okay. So Waterford people, you got to go out onto the computer and bid online. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. Your house will be vandalized. I will come over and be choked by these people off camera. And I can't take that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody drink one of these purples? Margie Patchett has upped the bid to $350 online. The 300 to 350. No other bids on the. No other bids. No other bids. 350.
Margie's at the top at 350 right now.
Bid 350. I had one bid that just said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know where my wallet is." Moose Rocco, show the judge to his checkbook. 350 on the camping. 350 seems cheap to leave your kids for a weekend on your own. I mean, I would go and put this in the Tresnick's yard and live there for like 3 weeks myself. If I could have a straw buyer put this in for 400, I might. So 350 is slowed. It looks going 400 on the internet. Bid 400 on the internet, which will be input to the computer. Oh, this
Emily Bonnell has it at 450. So much money.
Bidding war 450 by Emily Bonnell.
Yep, probably. She wants to go behind the garage.
That sounds like that. It sounds like it might be Joe Bonnell. 450 is the bid. 400 if it really wants to go to Waterford. 450. 450. One more minute on the camping package. Take a look. Take the read. 4-person Coleman tent. Outdoor fire pits. 3 sleeping bags. A Coleman LED lantern. All kinds of stuff. A fire pit. Okay. 1 minute. Count it down, girls. So in the event, we got about a minute to kill. So anyway, the ball went out right, trap to the right, big draw. I never saw it go in, but my witness pretty much said that it was in. Can't figure that we've got one set, it's got to work. Bid is what? A 550 bid coming from on the last 15 seconds. A bid of 550 on the camping trip comes in at.
And that, I don't know, it's showing, oh, since that's bid. Oh.
It said.
No, it's still 450.
That was me trying to bump it up. Yeah, that was me trying to pull a fast one. So, okay, so enough about me and the hole-in-one, because honestly it was not quite a year ago, so it's still valid, but nobody seems to care. $450 is the number bid by Emily Bonnell. Never camped in her life. I know. Okay, they're saying they camped. So the last, that was our last of the live auctions, unless I will entertain bids, as was requested, of this most elegant mustache. It was called a faux Salvador Dali, which I think was intended to be an insult. See, but I was told to cut it. But if a big number comes in, you can keep going. That is, wraps our, I gotta really. Last item, items closed, tent's closed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, tent is closed. Last item on the purple signature drink. So if you did not win anything, we thank you for bidding. We thank you for joining us tonight, and ask that in the event you have the opportunity, if you still would like to please donate. The opportunity on both the silent auction as well as live, you can go in and make a donation. And if you'd like to make a donation, start it at $3,000. If there's a donor wishing to donate, we'll give you a 15 seconds, because I think my time is close to being up. Laura? So there's 2 ways to donate. You can text to CF Tribe to 243725, which will take you to a donate. Indicate the amount. Text CF Tribe at 243725. You didn't want me to go. Thanks for the amount. So back through the donations. So in the event you can donate $3,000, $2,000, $1,000, $5, $10, $12, 25 cents. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle Wright, for donating. Thank you for, I'm going to hold this for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please take your time and go into it. I'll give this a minute if my people in the studio want to.
Yep, we're just taking bids now.
You guys are taking bids. Thank you. I've got some more folks who want to say some more nice things about me. I can't read that one. I can't read that one. I probably shouldn't read that one ever. Farashamami, Huafak Tong, large orange pumpkin head. Thank you all for tonight. And now, on with the show. Enough about me. I know you can't get enough of me. You're going to have to wait till next year. But now, Jill, Jack, and Bob Mervac are coming up, and we'll enjoy this song. And I think you will. And enjoy the rest of your purple signature drinks. Cheers.
Y ahora vamos a continuar con la fiesta.
David Arce, your local State Farm agent, would like to thank you for showing up to the virtual Night of Hope celebration in support of the Bonnell Foundation. Roadmap to CF. Bid high and bid often.
My name is Gillian McNulty. I'm 44 years of age and I'm from Ireland. I have cystic fibrosis, and I actually met Laura in Washington In 2015, I was asked to testify for the FDA for the approval of Orkambi. I'd been on a trial for it for almost 2 years when I was asked to go over. I was the only person outside of the US that testified, and obviously it went really well and the drug was made available. It's been fantastic. Vertex drugs have changed my life. I would be a well enough known campaigner here for cystic fibrosis in Ireland. I've campaigned for the rights of people with CF for roughly 10-12 years. Things are changed now. We don't have private insurance like you do over there. It's a public system for people with cystic fibrosis. And up until a couple of years ago, things were disastrous. I mean, we would have, before 2013, everybody with CF was admitted to a 6-bedded ward, sharing your room with other patients. It was just an absolute nightmare. So obviously I couldn't stand by because I was going into hospital and getting sicker and sicker because you were sharing with patients with pneumonia, flus or colds, whatever the case may be. It was just dangerous. So I started to campaign around 2008 for better conditions, and we eventually got, a lot of people also campaigned, and we eventually got a dedicated en-suite facility for patients with cystic fibrosis in my hospital. Things are changing throughout the country. A lot more hospitals are getting the same thing now. So, but CF advocacy is very important to me, because there's always little niggles and there's something that's never right. But I feel like I have to do something for it, not for myself, for the other patients, which is why, again, I campaigned for Orkambi to be made available to patients here for 2.5 years. There was a massive fight, and I had to organise protests at government buildings. I met with various health ministers and TDs, and it was made available eventually 2.5 years later. So my CF advocacy is really important to me. It's something that I won't ever stop, and I think in a country like Ireland, it's always going to be needed. But yeah, things are good now. Things are changing, which is amazing. And hopefully, as we go into the future, things will continue to change, all for the better. Thank you.
Thanks for your support and donations, and thanks to the Bonnell Foundation Board, the Night of Hope Committee, our Advisory Council, and all of you who made tonight possible. A couple of quick messages from 2 of our favorite doctors.
Hello, my name is Ryan Thomas, and I'm the Cystic Fibrosis Center Director at Michigan State University and a member of the Bonnell Foundation Advisory Board. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone to maintain social distance during this pandemic, as it is very important we protect not only our patients and family members with cystic fibrosis, but also everyone around them. Our clinic is currently participating in some really interesting research on the microbiome and cystic fibrosis to better understand the different bacteria in the CF airways and how they interact and cause disease. I'd like to thank you for your support of the Bonnell Foundation with your donation.
Hi, I'm Ashley Wiegand, Director of Marketing at PARI, and we are excited to support the Bonnell Foundation's Night of Hope. PARI strives to develop products with patients in mind, like Gatabispac, inhaled tobramycin conveniently packaged with the clinically proven LC Plus nebulizer. We are proud to be part of such a positive, patient-oriented foundation and look forward to hearing about the success of your work and its impact on the lives of those with CF.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nasser. I am the CF Center Director at the University of Michigan. As you know, cystic fibrosis starts at birth, and it's been very exciting to see the new medications coming up, especially the modulators that has been changing a lot of my CF patients' lives by taking it regularly. The hope is to get the modulators approved for patients that are born with CF, so as early as possible. I think that's where the most impact will happen with cystic fibrosis. The earlier we start this disease-modifying medications, the better we will be. We are very hopeful that this will help us in getting the patients to be in better shape and to have the disease be milder. The goal is to have gene therapy, of course, but this is as close to gene therapy as possible. It works on the cellular level, It works to try to correct for the gene defect that the cystic fibrosis gene is causing. And it's been very exciting and very interesting time to see this happen. So my hope is that we have it approved for infants, and we started early on with them. There are some of them that are approved for 6 months and above, but I'm really looking forward to have specifically the Trikafta, the newest one, to be approved for younger patients because it's been doing the most benefit for our patients. Thank you very much. And if there is any questions, the Bonnell Foundation can contact me. I'll be very happy to answer it. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Trisha Fleeman, and this is Jackson with Walgreens and Alliance RX Walgreens Prime. We're proud supporters of the Bonnell Foundation. Through our dedicated patient services, we are committed to supporting families living with cystic fibrosis. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Good evening. My name is Nicole Lafada with Gilead Sciences. I am a proud partner of the Bonnell Foundation and the cystic fibrosis community. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Now for the grand finale with Jill Jack and Bob Mervac. Jill has always been generous to the Bonnell Foundation, offering her time and beautiful voice to raise awareness about cystic fibrosis, and she has always supported and encouraged me. Bob Mervac is singing for the first time in our virtual event and for the foundation. His brother married into a CF family, and it happened to be into the Sheldon family. Josh Sheldon was in my 2003 Portraits of Cystic Fibrosis calendar. So tonight, two very special people to me and well known to all of you. So sorry that the pandemic has kept us apart, but here are Jill Jack and Bob Mervac.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. There is nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There is nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Hey there, good evening, everyone. My name is Bob Mervak. Delighted to be here with you. Thanks to Laura Bonnell and the foundation. There's nothing better than playing music for a cause, and for a bunch of people who are unified in an effort. And CF is something that is, I've been familiar with some of the ins and outs of it, having some people in my inner circle who have been affected by that disease. And I'm so happy to be able to give even just a little bit here. This is just a song about life being a journey and not a destination. I'm sure we can all relate to that sometimes. This is called In the Journey.
Met up with an old friend last night, had a cup of coffee, talked about a lot of things that had been going on. Talked about the old days and talked about the new days, talking just about anything. So what was really going on? After 10 long minutes, it slowly passed us by. The tension in the air, I could cut it with a knife. Staring out the window, gazing into the rain. Suddenly he called my name, and he looked me in the eye. And said, oh, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I've been. It's one long road I've been traveling just to come see you again. I don't know where I'm going, I just don't know where I've been. It seems I find myself in some trouble right now, and I could sure use a friend. He said, I've been thinking about all of my drinking and about all those good things that I let slip through my hands. First it was a good job, then it was the woman that I loved. Now it is my car and all those material things. And suddenly tears welled up as he did surrender. He said, I lost the only thing that I ever really had. He said, I lost myself in the madness, in the madness. And now I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I've been. One long road I've been traveling just to come see you again. I don't know where I'm going, I just don't know where I've been. Seems I found myself in some trouble right now, and I could sure use a friend. I could sure use a friend. with an old friend last night, had a cup of coffee. Talked about a lot of things that had been going on.
Here's a song that has turned out to be really special to a lot of people, and I hope it means a lot to you. It really just talks about the important things in life. And sometimes the important things in life are the little things in life. I think if we've learned anything through this pandemic, it is that. It's called Live Like There's No Tomorrow. Like there's no tomorrow. I wanna race to the finish, wanna run to the out of breath. I wanna dance to a drummer that's always been playing in my head. Wanna kiss like the old movies, wanna stay in bed on a rainy day, wanna hear an old man crying when he's telling stories of yesterday. Wanna live, I wanna live like there's no tomorrow. Don't know when your number's up, so don't stop drinking from that cup. You gotta live big, love large, like you can't get enough, like you can't get enough. Oh no, like you can't get enough. Oh no. Wanna hear my daughter's voice say, Mama, I love you so. I wanna feel the arms of a good, strong man who'd never let me go. I wanna cook a big breakfast, invite everyone I know. We'd sit and talk and laugh a while and say, man, where'd the time go? I wanna live, I wanna live like there's no tomorrow. I gotta live, well, I wanna live like there's no tomorrow. No, 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 tomorrow. I wanna live, we gotta live like there's no tomorrow. When it rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. Well, the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same
again. Hold tight to your umbrella, oh, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors. Yeah, the red and orange and green, and at least a million others. Tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. 'Cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your umbrella, oh darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is alright now, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, oh darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yes, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Everything's alright.
Thanks to Jill Jack and Bob Mervac and all of tonight's performers. Thanks to everyone who donated, watched, volunteered, or who sponsored this event. Our first virtual event is in the books and was a huge success. See you next year at the Dawson Great Lakes Museum on Belle Isle. But we will always carry on with a virtual aspect. Thanks again, everyone.